Hi and welcome back to my channel. My name is Shelley-ann Henry, and before I go any further, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. Yes, come on over here and help this Jamaican girl go worldwide. Even though I'm just taking my time and cruising and enjoying the journey. Let me just say, I love to talk with my hands. So if you see my hands in my video, don't feel no way. I am very expressive and I express with my hands. Okay, so you can see from the title of the video, I'm going to do part 2 of how I find it living with my in-laws. Now, I did a part 1, and in the midst of doing it, my space run out. Oh my days, that is not nice. So here I am. Before I go any further, I don't want to keep talking and rumbling on and then lose space again. So I'm just going to go straight in it, even though I'm using my husband's phone. So let me just say, if the lighting is not that great, I'm actually inside. It's actually, sorry. I don't have any water. I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened there. Oh, please forgive me. So sorry. Please forgive me. Don't know what happened there all of a sudden. Anyways, I'm using I'm in the basement. So I depend on the natural lighting. So now I'm just using regular and my ring light. So I hope that this video comes out good and you can see me and you can hear your girl loud and clear. You know what, I did the part 2 the other day, and then when I went back to listen to the video, I couldn't hear myself. The audio was just off and everything, so I had to scrap it, and so I'm starting from it's all over again. So how do I find it living with my in-laws 4 years on? As you have known, for many of you who are following me would have known by now that I'm living in Jamaica. I live with my in-laws. I used to live abroad and now I am back home, married, have a son, and I live with my in-laws. Now, for many people that is scary, and I don't recommend it for everyone, because not everyone can do it. It depends on the person that you are, and it also depends on who your in-laws are. Okay, so because some people like myself, they get on very well with their in-laws, and others, it's not that they don't get on, it's just that they're not on the same page, you know, because of course your in-laws might be older, so they do things a bit different than you were younger, you do things differently as well. But one of the things that helped me is that I've always lived with people, you know. I live with my parents, and then when I moved, when I left from one area of Jamaica that I used to live, I went and I lived with my auntie. And then after I leave Jamaica, I went abroad and I lived with family members again. And then moving on, it was me and my mom. I live with my mom again because she's in the UK as well. And so when I went on my own, I was still sharing accommodation. So I'm always living with others. I love having people around. I don't like being on my own, even though saying that, I don't mind being on my own, like, you know, going into my own room and being by myself. But I like having people around. I like knowing that people are around. I'm a people's person. I'm an extrovert, so I love people. I have loads of friends and they're all good friends. I don't have no hypocritical friends. I don't have friends who are friends at night but whatever, are friends at day and not at night. I have friends who I can call on at any time. So I'm just saying that to say, just to give you a background of what kind of person I am. So coming into this dynamic with my in-laws was quite easy, and I also get along with older people. Most of my friends are older people, like in their 80s, their 60s, their 70s, older people. I do like older people. I love their company. I learn a lot from them, and I don't get myself in trouble when I'm around older people because they don't gossip. And well, some of them do. You do have some of them old people that love to gossip, but the ones I hang out with are people who are encouraging, that wants the best for myself, and they're always teaching me stuff and telling me things that they have passed through in life and helping me to navigate in life. Okay, so it was easy for me to come in this dynamic. But saying that it was easy, it wasn't all that easy because I didn't know them and they didn't know me. We were strangers coming in to each other's lives. But I guess being a Christian helps, and being a Christian who um have some principle. You know, I'm not gonna say I have all principle. I'm not gonna say I have it all down and good, because I still have areas that I'm working on as a Christian. But yeah, I find it okay living with my in-laws. Saying that though, it doesn't mean I don't want my own space, and it doesn't mean that everything they do is what I would do, and not everything I do they would do. You know, there's still different things. We have different tastes, and different ways of seeing things, and different ways of understanding things. Like, they're older, so they see things differently than how we see things. Being young, we're more open. In the society that we are now, we're more open. We talk about things more openly. We talk about mental illness, we talk about broken marriages, we talk about broken relationship, we talk about being molested, or whatever you have gone through. We are now open, and we are now talking. Which way back then, those were things that they did not talk about, you know. So you find that there's still some things that they probably don't really understand, especially being in this generation that we are, where we are just different. Well, I wouldn't say we, because I am I'm the 90s. Born 19 in the 1980s. So I am not, you know, I'm still not a part of this new generation. So there are a lot of things that I don't agree with that this new generation is doing. So I kind of understand where they're coming from, because they don't agree with everything I do, because they were born in the 50s, and you know, and 1920s and all of that. So they see things completely different. But today, or tonight rather, I'm going to talk about the pros of living with my in-laws. Now, some people might think, how can that be good? I mean, where do you get space? How do you get alone time with your husband? How do you get to be yourself? And yes, you're right. You don't get to be yourself in certain areas, and of course the alone time is not really there. So we are still trying to work that out, because we have a little one. So yes, it's still a struggle, but it works. It works for now, until God say no more. And I believe that God has a perfect timing for everything. Everything that in my life, anyways, everything for my life, he has the perfect timing. And even though this is not what I picture my life to be, you know, I picture my life when I got married in my own house, having my family, you know, in my own house and all of that. And it hasn't gone anywhere like that, but it hasn't gone totally wrong either. Do you see what I mean? So I give God thanks, even though sometimes it's hard and I do complain, and I must learn to be more grateful than complaining. Yeah, I'm not there yet. I'm still a work in progress. So anyways, one of the pros of living with my in-laws is I don't have to pay any rent. Yes. Because rent in Jamaica can be crazy, especially in the Manchester area. It can be crazy. So we don't have to pay rent. I don't have to pay bills. I mean, the only bills we're paying right now is light bill, because we have a tank, so we don't have to pay water bill. Saying that we don't have to pay bills or anything, we do our own shopping. Okay, so my in-laws, they don't shop for us. We do our own shopping. We shop together, but we put our money. So we buy what we want to eat, because they don't eat flesh, and I do, you know. I'm a hunter. I will hunt. So we do eat a little flesh, and they don't. No. Back up. My mom-in-law eats fish, and she'll have a little piece of curry goat if she gets it. But that's about it. My father-in-law touch no deaders, as he would call it. So we do shop for ourselves. We do go out. You know, we do go out, and one of the pros is being in their home and having my son gets to spend quality time with his grandparents, something I didn't get. So I love to see that. You know, I didn't get to spend quality time with my grandparents. I don't really know my grandparents, and my grandparents didn't really know me. You know, they're all gone now. They're all deceased. But saying that, I used to spend a little bit of time with my father's mom, but that was when I was really small. And when I got older, that relationship went away, and we didn't see each other for years until she passed. So I didn't get that, you know, granddaughter one-on-one. And then I met my grandfather when I went to England, and that didn't work out either because he wasn't around for a long time. When I met him, I was an adult, and it was hard to build a relationship, and it was just difficult with that side of the family. It was just difficult. I'm not going to get into it because some things are just better left behind. So it's great to see my son having, you know, his grandparents around, and they get to put their input in. Like they will say, you know, give him this if he has a cold. You know, they're gonna do the whole time thing. You know, rub him up with some alcohol and put some in his mole. You know, those things. If he has a fever, rub him down with some beer rum. You know, those things. So they're there to put their input, and Josiah loves to spend time with his grandparents. He really enjoy it, and it's really nice. I mean, he's at that age now where he will just get up and say, I'm going to see grandma, I'm going to see granddad, and off he goes, and he spend quality time with them. And it gives me time to be by myself, or you know, to have a little chat with my husband or whatever we want to do, you know, things like that. So that's also a very, 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 very important pro. Another pro is as I said before, is just having them and having a safe place. So I know I'm always welcome here, and that is beautiful. Me and my mom-in-law and my dad-in-law, we get on. You know, my dad-in-law, I don't really see them as in-laws. I see them as my parents. I see them as my parents. And even though I would love to move on and have my own place, they never let me feel like I'm intruding, I'm an intruder or anything like that. It's, you know, they've never let me feel like that. I don't have to tiptoe and go like, oh, I can't open the fridge or nothing like that. I can open the fridge when I want to open the fridge. You know, I can cook what I want to cook when I want to cook. I can invite people over if I want to, maybe not to stay because it's not my place, it's still their home. So that, but people can come over and visit me for the day if they want, you know, and stuff like that. So it's still okay like that, you know. So it's really, it's just that respect. And I just think for any daughter-in-law out there or son-in-law who's going into, you're probably thinking of getting married, or you're already married and you're probably going through a rough time with your in-laws and you just can't find the common ground, you know, pray about it. It may sound cliche or whatever, that word, you know, that word, but just pray about it and look into yourself if there's anything that you need to change, because sometimes the thing is, you have to remember they're older. They're not going to change to come down to your level. You're going to have to change to reach their level. You're going to have to give up some things. You have to give up some way of thinking just so that the relationship can work. It's even worse when maybe you marry somebody and the parents of that person just don't like you from the get-go. That can be hard. That can be hard. I mean, I've not experienced it myself, but as I said in part one, I have friends who have experienced that kind of hostility in relationship, in you know, the mother-in-law and daughter-in-law situation, and it ended in a divorce because it just wasn't working. Again, as I would say to any daughter-in-law like that, when you go into your in-law space, sorry, just remember it's their home, okay? So even if the furniture they have is not what you want, it's not the latest brand of furniture, it's their furniture. They worked for that many years ago, and they're not going to change it for you. So you have to love it or like it or just put up with it until you get your own. You know, they might hang their curtain a certain way. They might use a certain curtain. They might not use drapes. You know, nowadays we're using drapes rather than curtains and whatever. They might not use that, but you have to respect that. That's them, you know. That's how they want their home to look. It's all about them. You're the one who's coming into their space. They're not the one who's coming into your space. So you have to kind of give and take, you know. Give and take is very important to make an in-law relationship work, especially if you are returning home and you're going to live with your in-laws like I did. You have to kind of just adjust as you go along, and the adjustment is not going to come overnight. Is as you go on the journey, you learn to adjust. Oh gosh. And I have no water on me. I was going to take some water with me and I didn't. So sorry, my throat. I think there's dust because I'm in the basement, as I say, so it's really dusty in here. So yeah, just remember that you're coming into their space. They're not coming into your space. And yeah, just allow yourself, and you're not always going to get everything right. You know, you're not going to always get everything right. And just know that. And you're not going to always understand them as well, because they're different. They're different. You're not going to always get the way they see things, and they're not going to always get the way you see things. So you just have to just give and take and let the relationship work. Now, there are some daughter-in-laws that go into their in-laws' home and immediately want to make changes. Don't do that. As I said before, I know your yard, I feed them. Them build it, they bought it, or if they build it, it's their home. It's their retirement home. That's where they're gonna live until Jesus come, or until Jesus call them home. Whatever way he chooses to do it is their home. You don't go and go say, they must sit here from 1920 or from 1980s. If it change that, now get with the time. They're not going to get with the time. They don't want to get with the time. They love being who they are. Okay? And so just respect that. You just get on with your life and respect that, and have the dream in your head when you get your home place, how you're going to do it. So spend this time thinking about how you're going to fix up your own home. Watch makeover, home additions, and get ideas from now, so that when you get your own place, you know exactly what you want in there and what you don't want. Okay? And just dream, keep dreaming until you get there, because that's what I'm doing now. I'm doing a whole lot of dreaming. Yeah, I'm doing a whole lot of dreaming. So yeah, just keep doing that. And you know, if this also a son-in-law, if you're finding it hard to find your feet in your family, because maybe you're not what they dream of for their daughter, yeah, you know, every parent have a dream for their children. I mean, I'm a mom now, and I would want the very best for my son. And I think as a mom, when he gets older, not no, praise God, it's not going to be for now, so I don't have to worry about it. I'm going to be a little bit concerned of the girl he carried home, he will carry home. And so you have to understand that that daughter parents are going to be concerned about the man she carries home. And you know, because they want to know that their daughter is taken care of, because we live in a world right now where women are being beaten, being killed by men, you know. And some of it is because they don't listen to their parents, because parents can see from a distance if this guy is good or not. You can't see it because you're in love, but they can see it. And so a lot of women are now in hiding, or in a relationship that they're not happy in because they didn't listen to their parents. They're being abused, or they're no longer here because they didn't listen to their mom or their dad, because they can tell if this boy a good boy. You understand me? And I mean, when I say good boy, I don't mean if he has money and all of those things, because money is relative, you know. You can gain money and lose money. and you can gain it again and lose it again. So even though that plays an important part in relationship, but it's not the most important part in the relationship. You know, you can always earn. You can always earn as long as you are a hardworking person and you're willing to work. You will earn. You will earn. No matter how small it is, you will earn. And if you have a partner who doesn't look at what the Joneses have and want what the Joneses have, you will be fine. You know, but if you're with a woman who, as the Joneses pull up in a Benz, she wants a Benz. And as the Joneses move house, she want to move a house. And as they bought new furniture, she want new furniture. You're going to be in a lot of trouble. You're going to be in a lot of trouble. And for the young women out there, if you take up a guy who, you know, everything he sees his friends with, he wants, and even though he's not working that kind of money, you have to watch that, because that kind of guy will give you trouble. He will give you trouble. He will give you trouble. So yeah, just know that your parents, your in-laws, have the best interest at heart for you. I don't want to go on too long with this video. I don't want to make it too long. I just wanted to come on here and give you part 2 of how I'm finding it living with my in-laws. Again, this is my opinion, okay? It's not everybody's opinion. It's more us. Okay, you can agree and you can disagree, but drop me a comment and let me know what you think of this video, and if you want me to talk more about living with my in-laws, and what kind of content you would like to see from me. What do you want me to talk about? I was thinking about doing some vlogs, you know, like taking you around the house, but then it dawned on me I can't do that because it's not my home. It's my in-laws' home, and I don't think they want their home in social media, so I won't do that. But I can vlog on the outside, you know, when I go places. And I wanted to do a vlog today because I went to get my hair done. Do you like it? It's quite tight though. Boy, them Jamaican, they can do a head hard, you know. I don't know how to do them. They can't put their foot in my head. Anyway, so I went to do my hair, and I wanted to take you along because it's not too far from home. I just went to somebody's house to get my hair done, but I just wasn't in the mood. I wasn't in the mood to vlog. I wasn't in the mood to do it. So, sorry. I don't know what's going on with me. I'm burping. I'm doing all sorts. So I hope to do some vlogs for you. This Sunday coming, I should be going through going to somewhere really interesting, and I think I would do a little vlog on that for you guys. I would try and see if I can do one for you tomorrow. I'll be going to work and then going to get my nail fix. Can I see it? And so yeah, I don't know, but that's all I have to say on this video. Drop me, as I said, let me know what you want to see from your girl. I'm new here. I have so much I want to talk about and want to share with you. My journey through mental illness and all of that. It's a journey because I'm still going through it. And also just want to share, there's so many things about my life I would like to share, even, you know, me being dyslexic and all of that. Yeah, your girl is dyslexic. Yeah. I will share that with you in another video on another time. That in itself is a whole video. But God is good. I'm dyslexic, but I'm not down. You know, I'm not stupid. Don't take me for a fool though. I can see if you're taking me for a fool. Okay, so thank you so much for tuning in to this video. I did a little quirkiness in it, you know, because I like to be myself. You know, I can't just turn up and just blah, 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 blah. I have to do something because, as I said, oh my days. I'm going to have to end this video because I am coughing a lot. I think it's the dust, and I can see the dust flying around, and I think it's affecting my throat. So, yeah, just be good to yourself. Walk safe. Ask the Lord for whatever you need in your life. Keep praying until you get an answer. He will answer you in due time. He has a perfect plan and a perfect timing. Just keep each other in your prayer. Even if you don't know the person, just pray. Just pray for us, especially us ladies, and pray for our men and our children. Just pray for complete coverage and that God will be with us. So until next time, don't forget to like. My throat is going, y'all. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Until next time, bye.